This conference will now be recorded.
Do we need a waste tab to evaluate the absences, paid absences, unpaid absences?
Yes, sir. We need waste types because even it helps us for proration and for rate valuation.
You are able to prorate salary without waste tab. How? Look at this. This is a payslip and payments and deductions, net salary. Suppose I have 10,000 basic salary. Okay, 10,000 basic salary. Employee took 20 days unpaid leave. Employee took 20 days unpaid leave. How much you are paying here? How much you are paying there? The earnings, what? Yes?
We pay for 10 days, sir.
You pay for 10 days. So basic salary will be?
Prorated.
And your net salary, let's assume there are no taxes. So the net pay will be 0. Sorry, net pay will be 333. Now, what is the formula you are using to prorate the basic salary? You are using TKS/LL minus TKAU. So start divided by TKDAVA. So in this proration, where are you using waste tab? Where are you using absence waste tab? So you don't require any absence waste tab to evaluate to prorate the salary, because we are reading them with the parameters. But some clients, they want the same scenario to be displayed like this. Okay, they want the scenario to be displayed like this. They do not want to prorate basic salary for unpaid absences. It has to be prorated only for inactive days. Now we don't have inactive days here. We don't have inactive days here. So basic salary will be what? Because basic salary I'm not reducing for absences, but I'm reducing for inactive days. So my basic salary will be 10,000. Now here in the deduction side of the payslip, they want absence deduction as a separate component. So in this case again, the net salary will be in both the cases net salary is same. But here in the first example, the absence value is reduced from the basic salary. In second case, absence does not affect the basic salary, but the basic salary is only reduced for inactive days, and there are no inactive days as employees there for full month. Now we are evaluating the absence value separately as a deduction, unpaid absence value as a separate deduction, and showing it in the payslip. So the net salary is the same thing. In this case, you require a waste tab. Now, what is the formula for proration here? What is the formula for salary proration here? Basic salary proration for inactive days. basic salary proration for only inactive days. Tell me the formula. This is a basic salary proration for inactive days and unpaid absences. Unpaid absences. But I'm asking you this proration formula for inactive days only without unpaid absences. Anyone?
TKSOLL by TKDIV.
TKSOLL. Take the active days of employee divided by TKDAVA. That's all. Okay, TKSOLL divided by TKDAVA. Is clear? And you generate a waste for absences. You generate a waste for absences. That number of days 20, and this is multiplied with the daily rate. Okay, and minus 1. So it is added to the net salary. Okay, so in the first case you don't require a waste step because that number is reduced from the salary proration rule itself. But here you are not reducing this directly from basic salary. Instead, you are generating a separate deduction waste step. Paid leaves, some cases. Again, pay slip. Okay, so here you can take the same case, or else you can take like this. So employee basis salary same 10,000. He took 5 days paid leave. And 10 days unpaid leave. Okay, how do you pay the employee now? How do you pay the employee? Without absence waste step. What is the salary proration? What is the formula for prorating the salary? I don't want separate wage types for the absences. I want to reduce basic salary for absences.
It will be TKSOLL plus
Okay.
TKAP star minus TKAU star
Okay.
by TKDAV.
Okay. Now look at this. That's the right way of thinking, but look at this. TKSOLL, you said TKSOLL plus TKAP. What is the value of TKSOLL here? What is the value of TKSOLL here when employee is there for full period? What is TKSOLL first? Can anyone tell what is TKSOLL?
Mm,
When employee is there for full period, what is TKSOLL?
it will be full, sir. Like in case of 30, it will be 30.
30 plus what you are doing here?
We're again adding 5 TK plus.
Yes, if you add what, how many days you are paying now?
It becomes 30%.
Is that correct?
No, it's not.
This 30 includes paid leaves also, right? TKSOLL means what? Active days. Employment status 3 is there, then it is counted. And that includes paid absences, unpaid absences. Because we are not paying unpaid absences, we are reducing it from the TKSOLL. When you are paying the paid absences, why do we need to reduce it from TKSOLL? You understand? TKAP and TKAU, AP star star and AU star star, both are included in TKSOLL. When employee is active, then only he can apply the leave, right?
Yes,
So in the above formula, what we are doing here, from active days, 30 days, you are reducing 20. Okay, from 30 days, you are reducing 20. So here, what you need to do? Here also it is same thing, right? Why do you need to change the formula? It's a same formula that we are going to use here. So here TKSOL is 30 minus TKAU how many days? 5 days unpaid leave, 10 days unpaid leave. 30 minus 10 means 20 divided by 30. Yes or no? So you need to pay for 20 days. Okay. So when I say 5 days paid leave, I just gave you to confuse it. So you do not have to do anything with this 5 paid leave because it is a 100% paid leave. When it is a 100% paid, it is just like a day without absence, right? And is a paid leave means employee gets paid according to the work schedule. Yes or no? So you do not have to reduce it. In what case TKAP is used? For example, so let me put the net salary here. So it is 10,000. Okay. So 6,666.67 because 10 days unpaid leave. So the net salary will be same. If clients say basic salary is not reduced for the paid and unpaid leaves, sorry, basic salary is not reduced for unpaid leave, okay, or else let me put it in this way: absence values should be stored in separate waste types. Absence values, the value of absence should be stored in separate waste types. Okay, how do we do it? How do we do it? That means I need a paid leave waste type, I need a unpaid leave waste type. I need a paid leave waste type, I need a unpaid leave waste type. So the basic salary proration will be like this: TKSOLL. Now in this case, I'm removing paid leaves. I'm removing paid leaves because I want to generate a separate waste type for the paid leave. I want to generate separate wage type for the paid leave. Okay, divided by TKDAVI. Okay, so now observe this. I'm not reducing basic salary. I'm not reducing the basic salary for unpaid absence here. I'm not reducing the basic salary for unpaid absence here. So here my basic salary is what? 10,000 into active days 20, so 30 minus how many paid leaves are there? 5 days paid leaves are there, divided by 30. So this is the basic salary I need to show. Okay, I need to show 25 divided by 'So I would show my basic salary is this. Okay, and I want to generate a separate wage type for paid leave. I want to generate separate wage type for paid leave. So what is the value here? Paid leave, how many days are there? 5 days. 5 days into daily rate. Your daily rate, how did you get it? 10,000 divided by, let's say, 30 and 1. Okay, daily rate 10,000 divided by 'So paid leave should be shown where? Direction side or payment side? Paid leave should be shown where? Direction side or payment side?
Payment side, sir.
So the value of the paid leave is what? So together it is how much? Total earnings how much?
10,000.
10,000. Now wage type for unpaid leave. Wage type for unpaid leave. How many days are there? 10 days. Okay, 10 days into daily rate. 10 days into daily rate. $333.33 minus 330.3. So what is my net salary here? What is my net salary here?
6,066.67.
So what is the difference between this one, first method, and second method? What is the difference between first method and second method?
In second method, we are displaying his actual working days, and whereas in first method, we are just combining and showing both paid leave and this. Here, we are differentiating.
Okay, anyone else? In both the cases, employee get net salary is same, but the way you are presenting it in the payslip and posting is different. What is the difference here? How do you explain here? So this one, basic is reduced for what? In this method, basic is reduced for what?
Unpaid leaves.
Inactive days and unpaid. First point. Second point, basic pay includes what? The basic pay is include what? Paid leave. No separate way step for the paid leave. Okay. The paid leave is part of basic salary. So we are not separating paid leave. We are not separating paid leave from basic pay. So this 6,666.67, okay, it includes the paid leave value. It includes the paid leave value. Clear? Okay. The basic salary is reduced for unpaid absences, but this value is paid leave value. But here, in this example, second example, basic pay reduced only for inactive days. Okay, basic pay is reduced only for inactive days. Okay, so a separate wage step, a step for unpaid absences, separate wage step for unpaid absences, and here separate wage step for paid leave. Okay, because we are displaying paid leave as a separate component. So we are calculating that 5 days paid leave value separate as a separate component here in the payslip. Assume this case, let's say unpaid absence is not there. Simple example, paid leave, how to handle it? Paid leave. You do not have to do anything now in general. Suppose I have a 10,000 basic salary and employee took 10 days paid leave. Okay. Let's assume there is no unpaid absence. He is there for full period. He took 10 days paid leave. When he took 10 days paid leave, how much you going to pay? 10,000 and you're going to pay 10,000. This is one way. Because you are not reducing the paid leave, you are not separating the paid leave from the basic salary here. Paid leave is part of basic salary here. Okay. Now when the client asks you, I want to display basic salary and the paid leave separately, then how do you display it? How do you display it? So you need to write this formula to separate what? you need to write this formula to separate paid leave from the basic salary. To separate paid leave from the basic salary. So then basic salary is how much? 6,066.67, and paid leave value will be what? 23. And your total net salary will be what? Is this clear? Is this clear, guys? Any question in this? In the first example, we are not reducing the basic salary for paid leave. In the second example, we are reducing the basic salary also for the paid leave. The reason is, I want to display paid leave as a separate component. It could be the reason. See, why we need to generate a wage for absences? Two reasons. One reason, they want to display in the payslip as a separate component. Second reason, they want to have a different GL account for this amount. They want to have a different GL account for the absence amount. So these two will be the reasons why they need a wage types. Okay. Now give me the salary proration formula. If I have to reduce basic salary reduce basic salary for both paid and unpaid leaves. Give me the formula. If I have to reduce basic salary for both paid and unpaid leaves, how do I need to write the salary proration rule here? Anyone? The basic salary, the salary component, the payment must be reduced for both on unpaid leaves, paid leaves and unpaid leaves. So how do I write the proration rule?
Then it will be TKSOLL minus TKAP star star minus TKAU star star. By TKDA.
Alright. Now tell me, in this case, which absence I need to generate the wage type? In this case, for which absence I need to generate the wage type?
For paid absence, because
Why paid absence?
Again we need to pay that amount.
Again, we need to pay that amount as a separate component. Perfect. Okay. So different types of salary proration rules asked by the client. Okay. So how they want the pay slip and the posting is something that you need to check with the client first for absences. Depending on that, you need to write the salary proration rules. And this is the most important part in the entire payroll. This salary proration is the most important part in the entire payroll, because this is where the earnings are finalized. The actual earnings are calculated. Okay, so without knowing TKSOLL, and TKAP, TKAU or TASOLL. See, in all the examples I'm using calendar days formula. Don't think it will be the same everywhere. It can be a working days formula, it can be a working hours formula. Just to keep it simple, I'm using TKSOLL. Okay. The interview question is like this. I want to reduce the basic salary only for inactive days. I want to reduce the basic salary for only inactive days. What is the formula? Proration formula. Fast. I want to reduce basic salary for only inactive days, not unpaid absences, not paid absences. What is the formula?
TKSOLL by TKDAVS.
Simple. TKSOL divided by TKDAVA. So how are you reducing it? When you use this formula, how are you reducing this? Salary only for inactive days? Your TKSOL will contain as active days. Okay, TKSOL has active days. For example, employee joined on 21st April. Your TKSOL will be what? 10 days. Okay, divided by total number of days are how many? 30 days. That means you are prorating it for inactive days. Okay, so you are reducing your salary only for inactive days. Now I want to reduce it for unpaid absence also. I want to reduce it for unpaid absence also, all unpaid absences. Tell me the formula. Take the same case. He joined on 21st April. He took 2 days unpaid leave. He joined on 21st April, 2 days unpaid leave. And I want to reduce the salary for both inactive days and unpaid days. What is the formula?
TKSOLL minus TKAU star star by TKDAVA.
I want to reduce the basic salary for inactive days, only LWOP, not all unpaid leaves.
Then I think sir it will be TKAU 72. I mean counting classes for that unpaid absence. The LWOP.
Tell me the formula. TKSOLL
Minus TKAU 72 by TKDAVA.
That's all. So the next question is, why I'm using T? Why I'm not using G here for every proration rule?
Because we need to evaluate for each partial period.
Yes.
Based on.
If you use a Z, it will not work when there are splits. It will not work when there are splits. Okay, it won't give the right value. Without any splits, if there are, for example, there are no splits, the formula if you write with a Z, it will work. And it doesn't work when there are splits. Because salary proration is based on partial period. The salary proration is based on partial period. So you need to take the partial period values only. Okay, you need to take the partial period values only. So that's why you need to use T. Very rarely we will be using Z. Okay. So this is how the client valued the absences. Different ways of valuing the absences here. Depending on this, you need to configuration. Okay. There are cases where you don't require wage steps. There are cases where you require a wage step only for paid leave. There are cases where you require a wage step for both paid leave and unpaid leave. Okay. In all the cases, you should be able to write the salary proration PCR and waste time for absences. So far we know how to generate this TKAU star star and TKAP star star. Okay, and also the counting classes. Yeah. Now we need to learn how to generate the waste types. How to generate the waste types, time waste types. So there are different ways of generating the time waste type for absences. I'll show you all the ways. Okay, I'll show you all the ways. You can generate them directly in a PCR. You can generate them directly in PCR. You can generate them using the same table that I have shown you for absences. Okay, look at this. Let me first configure absence waste types. I want absence waste type, a dummy absence waste types, just for a numbers. I don't want to value anything, which means I'm using the first method, which means I'm using this method. In this method, I'm not using the absences anywhere, absence waste types anywhere, first method. But why are you generating the waste types? Just for information. Okay, I want to see how many days of absence there. Okay, in a reports, which is why I'm generating the waste types here, not for any valuation. Not for any valuation. I'm using the first method. Okay, where you don't require any waste type for absences, but I'm still generating the absence waste type just to show you. Okay, so it should not affect the gross salary here. I don't have any absence waste types in the system. And happen. So remove it from input app because this is auto generated waste type. And this should not be part of gross salary or a net salary because I want to have this as a dummy waste type. First thing, untick all accumulations so that it is not part of anything. Let me keep this as it is, no issues. So in this case, in the first case, it is not part of gross, but not part of any accumulation. But if you are using the second method or the fourth method, then you need to mark the respective accumulations. That you will come to know after completion of that gross calculation and the accumulations. Okay, so no, don't worry about that. So our waste step is ready. I use this. CL also. Okay, look at this. I'm writing a PCR. Why I'm calling basic salary here? Can anyone tell me why I'm calling basic salary? What is this? What is that something that we have to do with the basic salary here? Anyone? What is that we have to do with the basic salary here? Why I'm calling it? Yes.
Yeah, prorating salary considering the basic salary.
Come again. Come again.
Considering prorate.
First, number
Yes.
equal to TKAP. What should I give here? 70 AWT to AB 0. Number equal to TKAP 71 AWT to AB 1. So if you want to call, okay, if you want to call separate absence type separately, you should use counting class. But my question is why I am calling the basic salary here. Why I am calling the basic salary here? I'm using the basic salary wage type here only to query the WPBB split. I'm not doing anything with basic salary. Why only basic salary? Why not any other wage type? The basic salary is one wage type which will be there for every employee in every split. In every split. So when I call first basic salary split, then here TKAP will be taken from the first split. When I call the second split basic salary, then it will take the TKAP 70 from second split. Only to query the split of a wage tab, WPBP split period, partial period, I'm using the reference basic salary. You got this point? See, when you run the payroll, the basic salary is one wage tab which will be there in all the splits. Okay, see, I'm running the payroll for this employee now. Where do I need to insert that PCR? Where I need to insert that PCR, I've written here. After PAB function. Why after PAB function? Because absence parameters, absence counting classes are generated only after PAB function. So PIT and the wage tab, PCR. What was the PCR? Z2T3. NYAB. Okay. Running. Look at this. The basic salary is there in first split and the second split. Okay. Now, first split basic salary is executed, and then all these parameters are taken from the first partial period only. Okay. Look at the output. What do you see here? What do you see here? Do you see anything new here?
Yeah, LWP is split as per the split.
So I generated calendar days wise. What if I want to generate working days wise?
TA, sir, instead of TK.
Hours wise?
Yes.
That's all. So this is one method. Second method, you try it on your own. Generate absence, generate the same absence wage type without calling any wage type in the PCR. without calling any wage step in the PCR. Okay, not even a wage step operation. I don't want to see any wage step here, any wage step from input table. But I want to generate the absence wage step like this exactly in the output. Whenever I apply absence, the respective wage step should be generated in the output. Is this clear? So this is one method. So referring basic salary, so that we can call the split of basic salary here, because it is there in the two splits, first split value and the second split value. Now next method, I want you to write without calling the basic salary, not a basic salary, any wage step. So if anybody is able to write it, you need to explore it on your own. I will not explain you. Hey Rajesh, you were asking something?
Purnagar, if we wanted to provide the salary only based on 30 days, it's not based on number of calendar days in the month, but
that is a complex scenario. See, that is a complex scenario. Why it is complex? In April it works fine. Why you get 30 by 30? Okay. In Feb, what do you get?
You may get either 28 or 29 days.
It will be either 28 by 30 or 29 by 30. That means even if employee is there for full period, okay, you are paying for how many days? 29 days only.
Correct.
Okay. In the same case, for example, in March month or May month, what you are doing here?
We are paying for 31 days.
You are paying 1 day extra. So this formula works wherever there is a 30. And if the client is okay with it, then instead of TKDAVA, instead of dividing with the TKDAVA, you should use TK. What should I use, guys? TKDIVP. Clear? Now, client will add these conditions again. If employee is there for full period, in February, you still need to pay full salary. Okay, at the same time in May month, if employee is there for full period, don't pay extra, it is 10,000 only you need to pay. Okay, then you will have to adjust this in the salary proration rule. It is complex. Okay, I'll show you this rule when we go to the proration. You got my point? If client is okay with when there is a short month, he gets a salary for 29 days. Anyway, this is going to be compensated in May month. So 31 days are month, 31 days months are more. So client is okay with it, don't want to adjust any amount. But some clients will ask us to adjust the amount. Every month you divide it by 30. But if there is a full month, don't pay extra, don't pay less. How do you do this scenario? You guys can try this. Okay, on your own. I'll explain this anyway. You got it?
Purnagar.
Yeah. Any other question?
No, nothing from my side.
So try. See this analysis you need compulsory. Okay. Each and every box have, the pay slip here is very important. These are the 4 different scenarios of the clients. Okay. In each case, how to write a formula is more important. Salary proration formula. In what case we need to generate the wage step, in what case we don't require to generate the wage step. That's what we need to do analysis first. It depends on how they are displaying the payslip and whether or not these wage types are posted. Absence wage types are posted to the separate GL accounts. So these two things will control, okay, these formulas. Any question in this, guys? Even if you think you understood this now, without spending at least 2 days completely dedicated to this document, you will not be able to write the payrolls or PCRs on your own. You think you understood this, but it is not that easy. You need to create all these scenarios practically, and then look at the output and see if it is matching with your manual calculation. You must spend at least 2 days on this document. Okay, so I'll forward this document in group. Okay, you can make use of it if you want. That's all for today. Should it be stored with this? I don't know if I can open it. 1 minute, guys.
Pratap, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you define the wage types in that 554C table, right?
No, I did not define this yet. That is one method. I have not explained that method yet. I'm showing you how to generate the wage type within PCR itself.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Once we are done with it, later I'll show you how to generate the wage type using T554C.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Every scenario, remember that every scenario you try to do it with your own PCRs first, and then make use of the standard tables or standard PCRs. And that's the right way of learning. You have to see, you know all the operations now. So you should be able to write your own operations to generate these wage types. Like the way we have written for rates of calculation, rates of pay, salary proration rules. And some of you have sent salary proration rules. Okay. Some of you have written and send the screenshot to me. It was good. So see you tomorrow.